They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Chicago Bears. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for. And take it. Prescott on first down. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Prescott looks to throw on first. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game too. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
He was tackled.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Third and short yardage, Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
2 yards.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 22, Mariota throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones.
Mariota's pass complete to Taiwan.
Call it a pickup of 7, and they're going to face a third down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
And the Colts first down.
A first down run here by Jones as he'll take it forward for a gain of about 4.
He was brought down by
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Flushed out right, and this is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down, Colts.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play.
Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
Mariota from the gun on third down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones.
Complete.
Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It's their 3rd drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that 2nd drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Colts 7, Bears nothing.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Prescott from the gun. And that'll be incomplete.
Prescott
took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On third down, it's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They go play action. Mariota. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee.
Pass complete.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
First down, Indianapolis.
Gets this to Isabella on the jet sweep. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. Now Mariota. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. McCaffrey. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Mariota to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Away and incomplete.
Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. From the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A carry now for McKissick. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up
out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
And 5.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
They'll take over.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 41, Mariota. He sets up the screen to Jones. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down.
5 yards on the play, and it's third down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. I will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he is going to have a Colts first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
49-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota. This one caught by Isabella. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First down, Indianapolis.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. A full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. From the gun, Mariota. That ball complete to Isabella. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
24 yards.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Jones,
An excellent execution of the 360 spin helped him out there as he gets forward for a pickup of about 6.
2nd and 4.
Flush to his right, and now he's going to use his legs.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Flushed out right. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
To Paul Richardson.
Paul Richardson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
The extra point.
And this one through the uprights and good.
Makes the score Colts 17. Bears nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Sean Davis with a pick.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. On 3rd down, Mariota. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
First down, Colts.
This is McCaffrey. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39.
Gain on the play.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Off the play fake, Mariota. They'll roll him out right. And his throw is incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target. 3rd down here.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try and pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Play fake, Mariota. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm, and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Found his target. It's Anderson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
At the 50-yard line.
Prescott now from the 50. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. That catch good for only a couple.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Play action now, Prescott. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Sean Davis with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
2-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. This thrown quickly out to Jones. That catch good for only a couple.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Andy Isabella, 76 yards. And the Colts add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A second down throw for Prescott. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes.
Complete.
That's just simply not right. To make that kind of a catch, that spectacular, and not get a first down out of it.
I guess he could put it on his personal highlight reel, however.
Yeah, he'll get the catch, he'll get the yardage, but he doesn't get what he really wants.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Check the backer, check the backer. Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, 46.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. He's going to air one out for Anderson. That's caught at the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
And again, it's Prescott. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. 22nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Colts on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And this is going to be a Colts 1st down as the tackle made here at the 36.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Trying to get to the outside. This is McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a 1st down and more. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Gets this to Isabella on the jet sweep. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41.
The ball carrier.
He went backwards there, 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
At the 41-yard line.
To throw Mariota. Being chased out left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. interception return for a Colts TD.
On for the point after.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Randy Gregory able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. And he's got room. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And Mariota going to run on the option. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down.
He's going to keep this again. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
So this one one winds up in Indianapolis victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Indianapolis, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a flag on the play.
Yeah, yeah.
Flag.